Hi there, I'm Timothy Linsdau. I'm a video producer and a Christian, and I'm paying attention to civics today.
I'm Jim Linsdau, Tim's brother. I'm also a Christian and a journalist.
Okay, what's our subject today?
Subject today is global authority possible. Now, the reason we bring this up is because French President Macron made a speech during Armistice Day that if we could do away with nations and create a one world order, or a new world order, I think is sometimes referred to, would that do away with the possibilities of war and bring about peace?
Well, that's a good question. I saw a good saying here. Let me look this up. It says, if men were angels, no government would be needed. If angels governed men, no internal, external controls would be needed. But that doesn't happen.
Men aren't angels. And men weren't meant to be angels. Men were meant to be image of God. And that was derailed when Adam and Eve ate the forbidden fruit and were thrown out of the garden, and we had to make a living by the sweat of our brow. Then I think it goes back to the Tower of Babel. Men, even after that particular time that they were out of the Garden of Eden, still felt that they could pull together and build a tower tall enough to reach God, to reach heaven. Maybe find some of those angels to kind of run things, but God wouldn't have it. And of course, from the Tower of Babel, we have many different languages and the spreading of individuals to different areas, creating different cultures, and eventually different nations. And those nations now hold dear to what they have, which would be, as pointed out by commentator Michael Savage, language, borders, and culture. And not all of them mix very well.
Well, so in other words, this global government idea is ancient. And especially with the reference we have in the Bible, the Tower of Babel, that they were becoming gods unto themselves. In other words, they had all the answers. And don't a lot of our politicians do the same thing today? They have all the answers to solve everything if we just give them everything we got.
I think there's a lot of truth to that because not necessarily do they not have goodness and benevolence in mind when they come up with these ideas that the government could take care of everything. They miss the point that man is fallible and man will do things that do not always work out. We don't have the wisdom or the knowledge or the understanding of all cultures, of all people. Did the United States have the understanding of what the Native Americans, the American Indian, had in mind in their civilization, in how they existed? And of course, they had different languages as well, and they did not get along. They did not form a single nation. There were many different tribes of Indians, and they could not govern themselves that way either. So, unfortunately, because of the progression, because of manifest destiny, if you will, the United States became one nation with one language.
Now, but we do have 50 states. We've divided up that way. And I look back on the division. The division actually gives us a chance. As we look at the story of the dictators of the 20th century, had that what I call the benevolent benefactor syndrome, thinking that they can take care of everything and fix everything and make everybody happy. And as we saw in China and Russia, and recently, recent as far as 100 years goes, in Cambodia, where those dictatorships killed millions of people. Instead of giving them freedom and liberty to live their lives as they saw fit, it had an extremely detrimental effect.
Well, I think that's true, and I think that the difference, I think, with the United States was because we had eventually a constitution, a central government, by which whenever we expanded and whenever a new state was brought in, we had agreement as to what those boundaries would be. We had agreement that they would they could come to agreement because they all spoke the same language. And so you could create all these different states, but they were all a part of the same federalism, if you will, that conducted their governments under the same auspices that the federal government was developed. So you didn't have the differentiation like you say, like you would say in Europe. Europe has a European Union, but the European Union has struggled because they can't govern themselves under one government simply because they don't all speak the same language, and they certainly don't all have the same culture, and they, by all means, do not have the same economy.
And they have borders. I mean, they're borders, language, and culture makes a country. If we give that up, what would be the next thing to govern? I mean, what kind of anarchy would that be?
Well, it would be, and I think let me grab something to read here that was a speech that President Trump gave to the United Nations, and what he said. We believe that when nations respect the rights of their neighbors and defend the interests of their people, they can better work together to secure the blessings of safety, prosperity, and peace. And what Macron was saying, if you did away with nationality, and he's thinking back upon World War I, World War II, where Germany felt that their nation should conquer Europe, you realize that idea of the fact that everybody could fall under one government and all be happy under that one government was not possible at all in Europe as these nations allied together to defeat Germany in both those wars.
So again, we had somebody as Hitler or Stalin or Mao, they were looking at something akin to a global government, again believing that they had all the answers. Or you could get a small cadre of people together and have all the answers, rather than allowing people liberty in your nation to pursue their interests and making the most of that, but under the umbrella of a common language, a common culture, and borders.
Well, if you think about it, the number of nations that there are in the world, the number of countries, even though borders may differ after conflicts, and other divisive reasons, they all have leaders. And to think that you could get all of those leaders to agree to form a single government by which they would all be able to function under a certain authority is like thinking that the United Nations gets along famously and can bring about world peace. Wasn't able to. League of Nations prior to the United Nations failed. You can't do it simply because you cannot find all those ideas into one and make it work. There's going to be differences, just as the Founding Fathers discovered when they created the Constitution. There's going to be differing ideas, so they had a balance of power created, so the government would have means by which they could debate, and through debate and agreement and compromise, they could come up with what would be the best for the people, because I think it boils right back to the idea that it has to be government by the people, not by somebody who just thinks they have the best idea for all the people.
One discussion we had earlier amongst ourselves was the problem with parties, is President George Washington had warned against having political parties. And the difficulty was with those political parties is it creates this one mind thinking. They either have to support the platform of the party or nothing. They get forced out of office or rejected or so forth, rather than being a group of independent thinking people coming together in compromise and discussion to come up with good law. And
I think that's the problem, it's because You know, the Declaration of Independence starts with "we the people," and the "we the people" are the ones who establish a government by which the government is there to serve the people and cannot do anything without the consent of the people. And if you take that away, you take away something that I think is extremely important in economy, and that's a middle class. Because what you will create with any kind of global government is a ruling class. There's no question about it. And that will be collective thinking.
Yes, that's for sure. So, our title today
is Global Authority Possible? I think we have to conclude not.
I don't see that. Hi there, I'm Timothy Linsdau. Like and comment on our video and subscribe to my channel if you will. Thank you.
Thank you.